Good evening, CLC. My name is Naomi Feda. Thank you so much for joining me here this evening. So, as we enter the new year, I know that frequently we tend to think about the things that we want to accomplish in the year to come, or changes that perhaps we want to make in our habits or lifestyle. And when that comes to spiritual things, it might be something like that you're desiring to go closer to God, or you want to deepen your relationship with Him. And maybe a question would be, how do you do that? What does it look like? And one of the spiritual disciplines that was instilled in me at a young age was to just set aside time in the morning, the first thing, to read the Bible and pray and worship. And over the years, it definitely has grown into a habit, but at times it does need some revitalizing, because it can become routine and form. And our time spent with Him is something that He wants to breathe life into it and to make it fresh and new. But as I was thinking about just our relationship with God, and how it is that like any relationship, it needs continual communion, continual communication and talking. And but it also brings me to John 15, which is just such a powerful passage, talking about how we must remain in Him. So it says in the King James, it says abide, the word abide, which I love. It seems like such a deep, rich word. But in the New Living Translation, it is remain. And so it says in verse 5 of chapter 15, "Yes, I am the vine and you are the branches. Those who remain in me and I in them will produce much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Anyone who does not remain in me is thrown away like a useless branch and withers. Such branches are gathered into a pile to be burned. But if you remain in me and my words remain in you, you may ask whatever you want and it will be granted. When you produce much fruit, you are my true disciples, and this brings great glory to my Father." And as I read that passage, it is this reminder to not only just draw near, but this aspect of remain, to remain in Him, is a sense of dependence. I think it's something that is a day by day walking, but also even a moment by moment putting our hearts, leaning into Him through our daily lives. And in some sense, it's an act of humility, because saying, I can't do this. I can't do this on my own. I need Him to come, and that relationship with Him to really transform my interactions with others, and with my family, and with the world around me. And that is part of this essence of abiding, where we're letting Him come and truly take over. And so as you go about your week, even though we aren't meeting together at church for the week of prayer and fasting this week, it is something to set aside time to remember, and even to cultivate into something throughout the year, is a time to have just with Him every day. And even in the moments when it might be you're driving down the road and you're troubled and you're bothered, and bringing your heart to Him, and and this aspect of just continually living our lives dependent and reliant on Him and His strength, this remaining steadfast in Him, so that we, the branches, are so dependent on the nutrients from Him, that without Him we would wither or die, as the Bible would say. But we want to be those people that are growing and bearing much fruit and being called His true disciples. And so I just pray that as you go out this week, you would spend time abiding in Him and growing to bear much fruit. So may God bless you and keep you, and look forward to seeing you again on Sunday.